Hello and welcome to How to Stop Blocking Money. My name is Brooke Hunt and I am so overjoyed you are here and you'll be joining me for this training. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. So as I said, my name is Brooke. I live in the southwest of Western Australia and I am married with 3 young children. I'd say they're young, but they're getting older all the time. In fact, my oldest turns 13 this year, which is absolutely crazy. So yes, they'll still be young in my eyes. I have 3 gorgeous young children, and I think I live in one of the best places of the world down in southwest West Australia. My favourite place is the beach, and I am so fortunate for where I live that it is right on my doorstep and I get to watch the sunset over the beach whenever I like. But I still love to travel. I love to explore the world. I love to see other cultures and get to experience so much more that the world has to offer. What do I do? Well, I have been a bookkeeper for 15 years and I fell into bookkeeping. I lived over in the UK for 5 years. In fact, my husband is English. That's where I met my husband. And when we returned back to Australia in 2005, I sort of landed back in my hometown trying to work out what I was going to do with myself. And my dad, who had businesses, his bookkeeper at the time was leaving. So I'd always been not bad with numbers, and he suggested that I take over her role, which, well, I had nothing else to do, so I thought, why not? And it sort of went from there. I bookkept for my dad, and then our family accountant asked me to do bookkeeping for him. Then I became my own BAS agent. I found I had more referrals, more clients came, and I ended up with my own bookkeeping business. And I was on that journey for quite a while. And then I woke up, because it would have been about 10 years into that journey. So I was about 35, about 5 years ago now. And I remember just waking up one day and thinking I could possibly, like, I'm 35, I could possibly live till 70 or so. And if I only live till 70, I am possibly halfway through my life. And that really shocked me, because I was bookkeeping, I was doing a job, doing work that I sort of had fallen into. I had no love for it. It wasn't something that I always wanted to do. It was just something that I happened to be doing. So I found myself stuck in this place where I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't doing what I wanted to be doing. I thought, oh my goodness, I could have spent half my life, and I don't want to spend the next half doing exactly the same thing. So I was exactly where I thought I should have been. Yes, I had a business, I had a gorgeous family, I had our own house, kids, dog, mortgage, the normal life plan that you get told. But there was such a deep part of me that was missing. Something was missing terribly. And when I woke up, so those 5 years ago, I realized I had to go and find it. I had to actually decide what was missing. I told anyone that would listen that I was having a midlife crisis at 35, an early midlife crisis. And I wanted someone to tell me what I should be when I grew up. At 35, I still didn't know what I should be when I grew up. So I went on that journey. I went on that journey to find out who I should be, or who I was, even not who I should be, who I was. And that took me on the journey that I am on now, and I am ever so grateful for. So just last year, middle of last year, I graduated as an intuitive guide. I spent the previous 12 months before that studying as an intuitive guide. So it's funny when you actually decide that you want to change, or you want to discover who you are. Just making that conscious choice, the universe absolutely opens up and gives you everything you need. And the Institute for Intuitive Intelligence is what fell in front of my path, and I trained with them for 12 months to become an intuitive guide. And an intuitive guide is, again, something I never imagined that I would be doing. It was a whole world away from where I was. I didn't believe I was intuitive. I didn't understand that everyone was intuitive. We just had to work that muscle. So I didn't think I was intuitive. I didn't think I belonged there. So it was an amazing journey for me to go through. So essentially what an intuitive guide is someone who discovers and works with you to uncover your fears sitting in your subconscious and clearing those out. So essentially, I'm a fear hunter. That's what I do. And to become a fear hunter, I had to spend 12 months hunting my own fear, which in itself was the hugest self-discovery journey I think I've ever been on, but one that I would do again in a heartbeat. So I graduated as an intuitive guide, as I said, less than a year ago. I think it was July 2019. And then a few months after graduating, I was invited by the Institute to actually train to become one of their very first teachers of intuitive intelligence. So I now get to teach women to uncover and activate their intuition as well as a teacher of intuitive intelligence, which I absolutely love. And when I first began my study as an intuitive guide, I saw that as my path out of bookkeeping, away from bookkeeping. I didn't enjoy bookkeeping. It wasn't my love. And I loved the work of an intuitive guide. And I found and thought that was going to be my passage out. Little did I know that the infinite had different ideas. And instead, what I have ended up doing is combining both my intuitive guide work and all of my 15 years experience as a bookkeeper and as a business mentor and as a money mentor, and combining them two to become a financial intuitive. This work, as I say, it was something I didn't think I was going to go down that path, but now that I have, it just brings me absolute pure joy. I absolutely adore being a financial intuitive, and what essentially I do there is I unblock money fears. I unblock money fears. I work with women to unearth their full earning power. I only work with women. It's my own personal choice. And the reason I work with women is because I see it day in, day out. So many freaking amazing women who have such service to this world, who have so much to offer, and they're not shining their light because they have got these money fears and have got these fears sitting in their subconscious about money, which is stopping them from shining their light and stopping them from being everything that they are. And I am so absolutely so excited to work with women when I get to see them stand in their full power and absolutely own who they are and own their gifts, and to be able to bring that out into the world. The way I see it, the more women who earn more money, the more people they're able to help, the more they are also able to help, and they exponentially increase the wealth around the world. We absolutely increase the amount of people who are heart-centered, who have money. Money gets a pretty bad rap. Yeah, money gets a pretty bad rap, but it's not money. I say to anyone that will listen, money is the innocent bystander. It is normally the people who have money that cause it to have a bad rap. And that's because people who are causing that bad rap are spending money from fear, are dealing with money in fear. And I absolutely turn that on its head, and I work with women to show them how to receive abundance and money with love. And it is super exciting. I think you can possibly hear that in the way that I talk about it. I love, love, love what I get to do and get to see these women shine. But enough about me. What are we here for today? Easy, easy, easy. We're here to talk about how to stop blocking money. Yes, how to stop blocking money. Because enough of that. Yeah. What you're going to need for this journey together is you're going to need a journal and a pen. I also suggest you get something to drink, and that would be water, would be my suggestion. Something that you can quench your thirst. A lot of the time when we do this work, we do get quite thirsty. So make sure you've got something to drink nearby. And you also want to have somewhere nice and quiet to sit. We are going to do a couple of practices, a couple of meditations, and you are going to need to be somewhere that's nice and quiet and not disturbed. So if you're on your phone, perhaps put it on silent. If you've got any animals, perhaps leave the door open or do what you need to do for them. But make sure you are, yes, somewhere where you can have a quiet place to sit. And now once you've done that, we can jump on in. And we're going to talk all about money. But first, we've been having the wrong conversation about money. We have been having the wrong conversation about money for many, many, many years. Yes, the way we get brought up and taught about money, the way that we talk about money as a society and as a collective, we are absolutely having the wrong conversation about it. We are talking about it the wrong way. We are even using it the wrong way. We've been having the wrong conversation for years, and I'm here to change that conversation. Today, we're going to begin changing that conversation about money. To do that, To do that, there is one thing I need to ask you, and I need you to absolutely come into the rest of this training with an empty cup. Right now, I'm going to ask you to leave at the door your ideas, your notions, your understanding about money, because I'm going to take you on a different journey. We're not going to go down the normal realms of what money is. We're going to absolutely change the conversation, but I need you to be willing to do that and to come into this with an open mind, to come into this without any preconceptions of what money is. So if you're ready to do that, we can continue on. Because what is money? Seems like a fairly simple question, doesn't it? What is money? You might think money is notes and coins, perhaps a means of exchange. Those numbers on a bank statement or a credit card bill, a dollar sign. This is where we need to change our conversation, yes. We need to change our conversation about money, because money is so much more than just those coins, so much more than the bank bills. Money is so much more. Money is energy. Hold on up, yeah? Now you are trying to ask me what is energy? Let me tell you. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. If we even draw down to that subatomic particle, it's energy. We look at the atoms that we are made up of are energy. Yes, they have a vibration to them. And the atoms then turn into a molecule which have a vibration, which then go up into the next cells which have a vibration. Everything has a vibration. Everything is energy. And whether you have heard that or not before, it doesn't really matter, but you would have felt it. You absolutely would have felt it. I'm sure you have walked into a room before where two people have had an argument. You haven't known, you haven't felt that, you haven't heard that argument. But when you've walked into that room, you can feel it. You can absolutely feel that energy. Yeah, we say that about people that we meet as well. Like when we meet someone new, we can either walk away going, oh my goodness, I really want to hang out with her a bit more. Otherwise, we're like, I did not gel with that person. It's the energy that you're feeling. It's the energy you're picking up on. We all have energy. Yes, we have these physical 3D built bodies as well, but we absolutely have an energetic body. In fact, our energetic bodies have been measured up to 2.5 meters. They've been measured numerous times. It's nothing new, but they've measured them up to 2.5 meters. And the reason it's at 2.5 meter point is because the instruments only can measure up to 2.5 meters. So our energetic bodies are huge, and we can expand those. We can feel those. Yes, we have that energetic sensitivity when we walk into those rooms, when we meet new people. And money is the same. I'm sure you have felt it. If you have ever received a lot more money than you thought you were going to receive, you have that joy and that gratitude, and you're like, yeah. And then you've had those times where you've opened the letterbox, pulled out the bill, opened the bill, and the bill has been 3 times more than you were expecting. And oh my goodness, you are absolutely hit. Your energy takes a knock. Everything is energy. Money is energy. This is the new conversation. This is the new paradigm that we're going to begin. Money is energy. So I'm going to take you on a little practice now. We're going to do an energy expansion meditation. We're going to come back to ourselves as energy, understanding exactly what we are. So I'm just going to ask you to take a moment and get yourself into some nice, comfortable place. If you're not sitting somewhere comfy, just pause this recording, go and find yourself a space where you can sit, where you can be comfortable. Somewhere, again, like I said before, that you won't be disturbed, and then get ready just to close your eyes down. And if you're in that nice, comfortable place now, with your eyes closed, I want you just to bring your awareness to your breath. And breathing in through the nose, taking a deep breath in all the way down to your belly, filling up your belly as much as possible and holding at the top. When you're ready, I want you to exhale out your mouth with an audible sigh, letting everything go. And another deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly as much as possible. And out the mouth with an audible sigh, letting go of all the effort required to bring you to this point in your day. And just letting your breathing now return to its own natural rhythm. Letting yourself relax more deeply into your seat. Ensuring your spine is straight and you feel supported. Just breathing in and out. In and out. Feeling yourself arrive in this ever-present now, perhaps for the first time today. Now continuing to deepen and extend the breath a little more than normal. Perhaps breathing in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 5. But making sure this is a comfortable rhythm for you. And with our eyes closed, the breath deepened, we're signifying to our physiology that we are very, very safe. We are safe to be here. We are switching out of our sympathetic nervous system and moving into the more expansive, reflective, reposed state. Breathing in and out. In and out. Now you're going to simply take your attention to the center of your chest. Feel, sense, think about or imagine a spark of light at the center of your chest. With every breath in and out, that light expands effortlessly outwards. Out across your chest, up to your shoulders. The light flows effortlessly down your arms to every finger, tip and thumb. Like wildfire, the light heads up through your neck, filling up your head, your brain, your ears, down every strand of hair. Easily, gracefully. This light, your light, filling up every cell of your being. Continues down, filling up your torso, down your legs, for your knees, your calves, your shins, your ankles. Into the next breath, your entire body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes is filled with your light. Billion points of light radiating in all directions. The front, the back, the top, the bottom, both sides of your being. Eliminating all that does not serve you. This light continues to expand out now past your physical body, through all the layers of your energetic body. Your entire energetic body now filled with this light, with your light. And still the light continues out, filling up the room in which you sit and everything in it, bathed in your light. Your light continues easily and gracefully to expand out, filling up the room, filling up the building in which you sit, expanding out across the neighborhood, the suburb, the region, filling up the state in which you reside. Easily and gracefully, the light continues out across the country and further still across oceans and continents, until in the next breath, your light encircles the globe. Your consciousness, your light encircling the world. See yourself now sitting on top of the world, covered in your light, holding the world in your light. The entire planet below you. You see in this planet a spider web of lights beginning to appear, illuminating the globe one by one. Those glorious people, all of those incredible opportunities, all of that light lighting up. You hold your light, so bright, holding the world. And you see this spider web of lights, all interconnected across the globe. Breathe deeply here. Breathe in your light. Breathe in this connection. Breathe in this expansion. Take a deep breath in now through the nose and let it go out through the mouth. Allow yourself just a few more moments here in this expanded, open state. Your true nature. Take another deep breath in now, through the nose and out the mouth with an audible sigh. Letting the next breath bring your consciousness back in to your body, back into this moment. Feeling yourself in the seat in which you're seated. Your body back in the chair. Bring some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, whenever you're ready, blinking open your eyes and welcoming yourself back to this present moment, that glorious expanded state. Opening up your eyes and coming back here with me. Amazing. Just grab yourself a drink of water. I love that energy expansion meditation, being able to see and visualize my energy expanding and understanding that I am so much more than this finite being, so much more than what our 5 dominant senses tell us. We are absolutely connecting into that 6th sense, yes, into our to our infinite nature, into more than what we seem to be. That is a meditation or a tool or practice that I would suggest that you come back to remind yourself of your infinite nature, to remind yourself that you are energy, just like money is energy. So if money is just energy, why doesn't it just come on in and flow to me? It's Good question, isn't it? I get a lot of people ask me that. Well, if money is just energy, where is it? Why isn't it here? Why? Look, I'm saying money, come on in. How come it just doesn't flow to me if money is just energy? And there's a really good reason for that. You are actually blocking money. And we are blocking it. We all do it. We block our money through fear. Fear is absolutely what stands between yourself and money. Fear sits in our energy system. Fear sits in blocking the way. So if we want to be ready, open, willing to receive that energy, to receive money, what we need to do is we need to learn about fear. But more importantly, we need to change our minds about fear. Fear is one of those places we don't normally like to go. As a society, as a collective, it's not something we normally talk about. Hey, how's your fear? Have you dealt with that today? It's not a normal conversation that we have. We normally like to sort of tuck it away, put it in the darkness, pretend it doesn't exist, and just keep on rocking life as best we can and just let it sit in the background. The problem about that, though, as we're going to learn, is when it sits in the background, it actually starts ruling the world, ruling our life, ruling what we see. So we need to change our minds about fear. We need not to be fearful of fear. What we need to understand actually is, yes, fear is the problem, but fear is absolutely the solution as well. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is when fear rises, when we are absolutely open and ready to see and understand our fear, we can see the problem, which means we know what the solution is. We get to change our minds about that fear. Instead of sitting in a fear-led life, we can absolutely change the paradigm and live in a love-based life. Let love rule the way, which doesn't mean that fear doesn't rise. Fear will constantly rise. Fear is always with us. Fear will be with us for the rest of our lives, but we get to choose how we deal with it. When fear rises, we can absolutely choose whether we're going to leave it and deal with it from fear or whether we're going to deal with it from love. So we're going to change our minds about fear. We're going to understand that fear is the problem, but fear is the solution. And we can use that to our advantage. We can use that to make friends with fear. But to make friends with fear, to know how to work with fear productively, we need to understand consciousness. Consciousness, I spoke about that before, how when I was saying that we are all energy, we are all interconnected consciousness. We are consciousness, and there is many facets, many parts of consciousness that we all have. But when I talk to you today, I'm going to talk to you about two distinct parts. Today we're going to look at the conscious reasoning mind. We're going to look at the subconscious mind as well. Now, I'm sure these aren't new to you. You would have heard subconscious many, many times before, and the conscious mind as well. But they're very important parts of our consciousness, and we're going to go deeper into them. So our conscious reasoning mind, that's that part of us that we like to think is what we identify with our personalities. It's what the things we like, the things, how we define ourselves. So I like sushi. I'm not too fond of motorbikes. I love jazz music. Yes, so this is our conscious reasoning mind. The bit we think rules our personality. And indeed, we can look at this part of consciousness like the captain of the ship. Yes, our conscious reasoning mind is the captain of the ship. The problem, though, is what's beneath the deck, and that's our subconscious. Our subconscious is beneath the deck, and it is the largest part of our consciousness. In fact, it makes up 90 to 95% of consciousness in most people. And what happens? It's very much like this iceberg, yes? Our conscious mind is that 10% on top, and our subconscious mind is that 90%, 90 to 95% on the bottom. So our conscious mind is where we think our likes, not likes are. But our subconscious mind is where everything else is. Beliefs, our emotions, our habits, our values, all sitting in there. And our subconscious mind is highly programmable. Absolutely highly programmable. And because we haven't really been aware of it, because we've believed the fear stories, we've believed everything that's come through, what happens is we don't really look what we put in our subconscious. We just let things fall through there without any filter. So the captain of our ship, our conscious mind, is looking this way and that, is absorbed in the events of life, and it passes through very mixed instructions down to the subconscious. What happens is we have this bulk of consciousness that's attuned to negative, fear-based thoughts, fear-based collective reality we've witnessed. The problem is there's no bodyguard between the captain and below the deck, above deck and below deck. There's no one standing at the stairwell saying, are you sure you want to put that belief down here? Where did you pick that up, by the way? Are you sure you want to put it here? I don't know if that one really works. We don't have anyone there that tells us this. So we hear something in our conscious reasoning mind. Yep, this looks okay, seems okay. Down it goes. As we say, because we spend most of our life living in a general sense of managed chaos. That's what we see, that's what we experience, that's what the world shows us. We watch it on the news, we see it outside our door. We're letting it all those fears come down into our subconscious and stay there. We don't investigate what's there. So we stick a lot of fears down there. A lot of money fears down in our subconscious. So we need to investigate it. We need to see what is there and whether we actually want to leave what we've let slip in our side down and our subconscious stay there. Because the subconscious is where we truly make our choices from. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was our reasoning conscious mind that we could make decisions from? A reasoning conscious mind says, yes, I absolutely love money and I'm going to earn heaps of it. I earn heaps of money and it's easy and it's not a problem for me to earn money. How amazing would that be? How freaking amazing would that be? The problem is it's the subconscious we make our choices from. So somewhere down in our subconscious, we've had the fear put down there, the belief put down there that we have to work hard for money, that only people who have money are terrible and they're not very nice people. And we have all of these beliefs sitting down there about money. And our conscious mind says, yes, I'm ready for some money. Yes, please, let's go work for it. Now, subconscious is actually in the background going, it's not safe to earn money. Let's not do that. Let's not make that happen. Our subconscious is where we truly make our choices from. But our subconscious is also the gateway to our abundance. It is just our fear that's blocking access to it. It's just our fears. And unfortunately, when I say it's just our fears, it's because it's uninvestigated as well. So it just sits there in the background. What we don't consciously reject, we subconsciously accept. That's absolutely true. We need to consciously reject these ideas. Otherwise, we subconsciously accept them. Like I said, there's no one standing bodyguard. There's no one standing there saying, do you want to put this fear down here? And there's no one bringing it back up again going, actually, did you see you put this down? Are you sure? But that's what we can do. We can actually consciously reject these beliefs, these thoughts, these ideas, these fears. If we don't, we just subconsciously accept them. So it's time to ask ourselves the question and time to look deeper and ask ourselves, who has been running the show? What have I put down in that subconscious? What have I been letting run my show? As I said, there's a lot of fear. It's either fear or love. There's nothing in between. Yes, all those low feeling, vibrational feeling states are fear. All those other high vibing, gratitude, thoughts, feelings are love. And a lot of the time we've been letting fear run the show. So we're going to do a bit of work to uncover these fears. And the way I work is I work with the chakras. This isn't the only way I work with them, but this is one way that I work with with our subconscious, with our energetic body, is with our chakras. So just in case you haven't heard of chakras before, they are energy centers. They are energetic centers that we have in our body, in our physical body. We also have them in our energetic body. The chakras that I work with the 7 major chakras that you find in your physical body. There are ones that said in your energetic body, there's minor chakras, but I work with the 7 major chakras. Today, though, I want to just focus on one. I want to focus on the very first chakra. I want to focus on the base chakra, also known as the root chakra. And this is found at the bottom of your spine, the very base there. That is where this chakra is held. And when we're talking about money, that's what we're here for, yes. When we're talking about money, that base chakra, that root chakra, is all about tribal power. Yes, and especially when we're talking about money, it's about our fears that are held there to do with tribal power. So we're talking about those beliefs and fears and understandings that we've picked up from our tribe, from our family, from our friends, from our grandparents, from our relatives, from those closest to us. This is where we first begin our life, where we learn all about money from our family or from our guardians or whoever we grew up with. We had our first experiences with money there, and depending on what that environment looks like, that's going to depend what is sitting down in that chakra. So if we grew up in a life where there was lack, if we grew up in a life where we got told that money was hard to earn, or money doesn't grow on trees, or that person has a lot of money so they're evil, that is what is sitting down there. And we need to look and examine that now. We need to actually spend some time and say, do I want that in my base chakra? Is that really what is going on? So this is where I want you to grab your journals and your pens up for me. And you may like just to close your eyes down and take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose down to that base of your spine and back up. Really allowing yourself to connect in with your base chakra. Just taking a moment to arrive there. And when you're ready, I want you to open up your eyes. I want you to grab your journal and your pen. And I want you to write down 5 things your parents or your guardians or your grandparents or your family friends, 5 things that someone told you about money when you were younger. What was normal in your house? Was it money doesn't grow on trees? 5 things your parents told you about money. I want you to write those down. If you need a bit more time, just hit pause on the video. Once you've got these 5 things, they should come to you pretty easily. I want you just to take a breath. Now you've got this list of 5 things. In and out. And it's time to decide. Looking at these 5 things on your page, it's now time to decide, are these your truths? Are these what you believe? And if they are, do you want to keep them? So the moment, they're the very surface truths and beliefs. Yes, there'll be deeper fears that run under, but we get to decide now whether we want to keep these as your truths. Do you want to keep the truth that you have to work hard for money? Is that how you want to spend your life? The laws of the universe tell us, yes, if what we believe within, we're going to see and create in our reality. So if you absolutely think that it's hard to earn money, you're going to see the result of that. I can guarantee you. So this is where you get to choose. You get to decide again, pick again, choose again. Do you want to keep these truths if they are yours? And if not, I want you to rewrite them. What are your beliefs? Grab your journal, your journal should still be with you. And I want you to rewrite them. So if it was, you have to work hard to earn money, what do you want your new belief to be? I earn money with grace and ease. Or it is fun to earn money. Or I get to earn money doing what I love. Rewrite them so they're true for you. Again, if you need some more time, just pause this training. Once you've rewritten your beliefs, we are going to do a practice together. So this practice, I'm going to lead you into a visualization. And I want you to be aware of those 5 truths or those untruths, no longer truths, that you were told growing up. And you may even have more rising during this practice, and that's absolutely okay. It's also absolutely okay if you don't. What you need to know is we're going to be going down into that root chakra. We're going to be clearing out these fears. You don't have to know what all the fears are. It's the most amazing thing about this work. In fact, you can't possibly know every fear that's in your subconscious because we have so much down there. We are processing like 4 million thoughts a second. It's like a crazy amount of processing that occurs. So you couldn't possibly go through and deal with every fear that's sitting there, and you don't have to. That is the best part. You absolutely don't have to. We're going to energetically clear these fears that are sitting in your base chakra. We're going to do that together. So again, I will get you just to close down your eyes. Make sure you are somewhere nice and comfortable. And just taking another glorious deep breath in and out. Allowing yourself to arrive once more in this space. In and out. You might like to see that breath again coming in, the nasal passage, heading down to that base chakra. All the way to the base of your spine and back up. In, down, out, and up. This next breath in, down to your base chakra, your root chakra, and just leaving your awareness there now. Let your breathing just return to its own natural rhythm. In your mind's eye, now see in front of you is a door. You may see, feel, sense, or know this door. Just taking note of its features. What color is it? What does it look like? What is the handle like? And you knock on this door. You knock, signaling your intention to go deeper. And the door opens effortlessly in front of you. And you walk through, finding yourself on a garden path. You walk along this path, and in front of you, you can see a house. In front of the house is a fenced garden. And the path you're walking on heads straight to the gate of the garden. And as you begin walking along this path, you notice that the garden, well, it's not much of a garden. There isn't many flowers, it's overrun with weeds. Everything looks dead and dried out. There's moths flying around. You find yourself and your footsteps taking you closer and closer to this garden. You arrive at the gate, the fence that surrounds the garden. You put your hand on the gate and it opens effortlessly in front of you. You know you have a right to be here. You open the gate and you walk through, entering this area. You take a good look now at the garden you find yourself in. And you see the weeds. You see the bare earth. And you notice in front of you, you actually have everything you need to bring this garden back to life. With excitement, you kneel down in front of the first garden bed. And you place your hand on a weed. And you pull it out with such ease and grace. It just pulls out of the earth, no effort required, and disintegrates in your hands and disappears. You continue to the next weed, and again your hand places on the weed and it easily comes away, disappearing, removing itself. You continue this process, going from weed to weed, thistle to thistle, pulling out, removing, clearing. It's so easy. There is no effort required. And as you do, you may find that those fears, those beliefs that you wrote down earlier come to mind every time you pull a weed out. It is not safe to receive money. That weed, that thought, that belief just disappears in your hand. Easily, gracefully, no effort, you move around the garden bed. It is clearing so quickly. It's like there's an invisible force helping you move these fears, clear these beliefs. From garden bed to garden bed you go. No effort required. Each weed just coming out into your hands, disappearing, floating away. Removed. You look around now, these clear beds. And you see flowers, plants, ready for you to pot, ready for you to plant. You go to these clear beds now and you plant these flowers into the rich soil. This soil that has been cleared of all the debris, of all the weeds. You now bring this colour, this life back into the garden. As you do so, you remind yourself of your beliefs now. Earning money is fun. How it is easy. With such joy, you replant this garden. You're bringing it back to life. Again, it's like you are being held with additional forces. The garden, it just comes alive in front of your eyes. The plants spread. The garden bed are full. You stand up now and you look around your glorious garden. There are butterflies and bees. There are flowers. It is healthy. It is live. It is glorious. You walk up to one of the flowers and the plants now. Lean down to take a smell of the scent. As you touch that flower, it turns a glorious red colour. And across your garden bed, all of the flowers begin to bloom in that red, glorious red. You feel centered here. This is your space. This is your place. It is tended. It is glorious. It is loved. It is full of blooming flowers, healthy plants, of bees, of butterflies. You stand taking a deep breath in, filling your lungs, allowing yourself to take in this image one more time. You feel complete. You know your work here is now done. You know you can return here whenever you are called to. You take one last look, glorious garden that you have created. And you walk towards the gate now that allowed you entry. And you walk out through the gate. You find yourself now back in your seat, in front of this screen. Take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly as much as possible, and hold. Release through the mouth with an audible sigh, letting it all go. Another deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly as much as you can and holding at the top. Releasing through the mouth with an audible sigh. And just taking that breath now in, down to that root chakra, down to that base chakra. Seeing that glorious red that filled your garden, filling up that space, down that base of your spine. Seeing that red color now beginning to spin in a disc. Allowing that movement to be free and easy, and that red color just expanding out. Taking one last deep breath in here through the mouth, through the nose, out the mouth with an audible sigh. Bringing some gentle movement into your body, your fingers into your toes. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, opening up your eyes. Grabbing again another glass of water, taking a drink of water. Allowing yourself to arrive back here. If you need to stand up, stretch, if you need to have a walk outside, get your feet in the earth, feel free to do that as well. What we've just done though is we've gone and visited your base, your root chakra. We've cleared out all of those fears and replaced them with these new beliefs that you have. And you can visit this place whenever you like, whenever you are called. If ever you come up against another fear or belief that you recall from your youth or from your childhood, from your tribe, go in and clear it out. That is your place. That is where you're able to go. So we've just really just started to scratch the surface of what is possible to how to stop blocking money. So how to keep going, yes? Moving forward. Moving forward, I want you to be very conscious of your words, very conscious of your thoughts, and very conscious of your conversations you're having, especially when it comes to money. When you receive that bill and your stomach drops, stop for a moment. Ask yourself why. Why are you feeling that way? Because you don't think you can afford it? Because it's always hard to pay your bills? Because you never have enough money to pay bills? Why? Why is that belief there, and is it one you want to keep? Your words you speak, the thoughts you think, the conversations you are having absolutely cement your beliefs. Cement what you're putting down in your subconscious. You get to decide. Every day you get to decide whether you want to keep that or whether you don't. You get the choice. So to have a quick recap of what we've covered today. Today I asked you to begin a new conversation with me about money. To understand that money is so much more than what we've been taught it is. It is not just the notes and the coins. It's not just a way to exchange one thing for another. It is energy. And it is affected by our energy. It is affected by our fears that sit in our energy. Fear is what blocks the flow of money to you. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Fear is what blocks that flow. Yeah, and our fears are held in our subconscious mind. We need to clear our fears so we're able to open that flow of financial abundance. It happens all the time. You might have this amazing idea for a new business or amazing idea for a product or amazing, this is going to be what I need to do. And you don't do anything though. You stay stuck in fear. Fear affects us in so many ways. But it's always fear that is blocking the flow of money. The exciting thing about that, the thing that absolutely lights me up, is we get to choose whether we want to keep that or not. We get to choose whether we keep blocking money or whether we do the work, show up, meet our fears, and receive that flow of abundance. Because you get to choose. We always get to choose. We've never been taught our whole life that we got to choose, but I'm telling you now you do. I'm telling you now you get to choose. The choice is yours. Do you want to continue the journey and clear your fears and open that flow of financial abundance or not? If you do, then I would love to tell you how you can work with me to do that. I have a money healing mastermind. I have to tell you, the joy that I get from this program is immense. These are the women who have been through this program, and what they have accomplished has absolutely blown my mind and continually blows my mind. The Money Healing Mastermind is a 13-week journey that we go on. It is a group program. There is only 8 of us. There's a reason for the 8. We hold intentions through the work. It's a group of 8 women and myself, and we go on a 13-week journey. And that journey is all about changing your relationship with money. It absolutely changes your relationship with money. And it's not just the energetic. We did a lot of energetic work today, which is why you're going to need to drink lots of water. You're going to have to be very kind to yourself as well, because what happens when we start working through the energy is we need to readjust and realign. So we're going to change your relationship with money through the energetic, but also the practical. That 15 years of bookkeeping experience I told you about, this is where that comes into play. That 15 years of being a money mentor and a business advisor, that's where that comes into play. So we absolutely work on the energetic. We meet on a Monday, we work on the energetic work. We meet again on the Friday and we do the practical. So it's 2.5 hours a week, 1.5 hours on the Monday, an hour on the Friday, and we absolutely change your relationship with money so you can earn with grace and ease. Because you can. You absolutely can earn easily. You get to choose. And this 13-week journey is the first choice you can make to take you there. If you want to know more, you can obviously get in contact with me, but you can also check out this link. This has got all of the details about the Money Healing Mastermind. There's 3 different levels of the mastermind. You have the group program. You also have the opportunity to have a group program and receive a money message from myself. And then I also have a 3rd tier where you get the group program, the money message, the reading, and also 3 one-on-one ones with me. So we can work together privately as well to absolutely change your relationship with money. All the information is on that link, but I also have a special announcement for you if you would like to come and be part of this. This 10% off deal I'm giving you now is absolutely only for you women, only for you who are watching this through this presentation. I do not discount this program ever. In fact, it's at a very reasonable price. I never discount this program. So this will only be for you, and you will only receive this 10% off if you email me, brooke@mamab.com.au. All you need to do is put in the subject line 10% off. That's all you need to do, and I'll get in contact with you with the new prices for you. So the next round of the Money Healing Mastermind starts the 15th of June. We've already had a couple of places be taken up. There's a few more left. If you do want to be part of it, then come and check it all out and get in contact sooner than later, I would say. The last 2 rounds sold out within, well, the last one sold out within like 4 days, but they sell out really, really quickly, these Money Healing Masterminds. The invitation's just gone to my wait list, so I would imagine that it's not going to take long for this round to book up to. You can also find me at Facebook. I should have put that on there. But my my Facebook address is facebook.com/Brooke Hunt, BROOKEHUNT.intuitive. So you can find me at brookehunt.intuitive at Facebook. And yes, come and give me a PM, send me a message, and any questions you have as well. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have loved doing this presentation with you and being able to run you through just the start of how to stop blocking money. And I am so ever grateful that you have joined me on this journey. If you have any questions, email me, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, come and hang out. If you want to, you can also come and grab I do 20-minute free calls, so you can ask me anything you need. And I really hope to hear from you soon. Have a glorious day, and thank you once again for joining me.